Is proudly brought to you by Bianco Building Supplies, helping to build South Australian football.
Here we go. All right. Woo.
Good evening everyone, I'm Nat Adamopoulos and this is Full On Football, the only local TV show that promotes local South Australian football. Well look, every week we look at what's happening within local South Australian football, and can I just tell you that today is the 72nd show of Full On Football, and I've never felt in safer hands than I am tonight. And I'm a bit wary saying that, but tonight is our Keepers show, where we're going to look at the game through the eyes of some of our top keepers here in South Australia. And we know that these players are either heroes or villains, and we're going to find out why tonight. Joining us are some of the hottest keepers in South Australia, and they're all sitting in the hot seat, or should I say the hot box, because that's where they play the game. From Adelaide City, we've got Ben Moore. From Metro Stars, we've got Daniel Godley, and from the South Australian Schoolgirls coach, we've got Leanne Trimboli. Welcome to Full On Football, guys.
Thank you, Nat.
And I'm sorry for saying your name wrong. I mean, you guys are getting me tongue-tied here, having all three of you here. Look, goalkeeping, you guys are hardly ever mentioned. I mean, there's never... One thing that I really find quite unbelievable is why is there not a trophy for a goalkeeper? I really find that irate. That gets me irate.
Yeah, I believe so as well. I don't think in the history of the Federation that a goalkeeper has won the Player of the Year trophy, and I think that we should be recognised, or I think goalkeepers should be recognised somewhere along the line there. Like, it is a specialist position, and I think, yeah, it is something that's missing that would be great to see.
Well, if they've got golden boots, they should have golden gloves, shouldn't they, Dan?
That's it. Strikers get a trophy for doing their job. I think we should.
Yeah, definitely. Now, Leanne, I'm going to ask each of you this question. Leanne, how did you get into goalkeeping?
I was late into soccer. I was actually 15 when I started. A friend of my mum's was coaching a club out at Brahma Lodge, and he knew that I played basketball, so I could catch. So he asked if I was interested. And I started my goalkeeping from there. Now,
as I said, you're now the South Australian Schoolgirls coach, and you do specialist goalkeeping as well. You're currently looking after Emma Workus and coaching her.
Yeah, I've spent a little bit of time this year with Emma. I coached her about 10 years ago when she was a junior player as well. And I'm also doing the development squad coaching with women's soccer.
So just tell the people out there that don't know about you, how your pathway through to where you are today.
I started at 15, like I said, in the local league. I played state under 16s, under 19s, and then into the senior state team. I then got a scholarship with the Sports Institute. I was invited on a few goalkeeper camps, and then in '99 I was invited to the AIS, and I made the Australian team and the Olympic team that year.
Fantastic. And Daniel, yourself, of course we know you're the keeper at Metro Stars and #1 keeper, but you don't like wearing #1, do you?
I don't wear #1 at all, no, it's bad luck.
Bad luck, is it?
Yes, number 20 will do me.
20?
Yeah.
So how did you get to be into goalkeeping and to where you are today?
I signed for Blue Eagles as a fullback actually when I was 14, and we didn't actually have a goalkeeper, and I wasn't a fan of running, so I sort of get me out of that sort of training. And I had actually played when I was younger. When I was 5 and 6, I was a goalkeeper at Elizabeth Grove, and sort of worked my way to there, went back in goals, and downhill since then.
Downhill since then. Oh, not really. Ben, yourself, I mean, everybody knows you for many different reasons. Can I just say one that you don't want me to mention, but I will later on. How did you get into keeping?
Hereditary for me. My father was a goalkeeper. His grandfather before him was a goalkeeper.
Ooh,
so
long line of keepers.
My brother didn't take up the option, so I thought I better take it up. So I started playing in goals when I was 9, and I progressed from there. So I've always been a goalkeeper. I don't have much ability on the park, so it's probably the best place for me to play.
Now, of course, you were training with Adelaide United and on the bench last year. Aspirations to get into A-League and actually play A-League?
I guess small aspirations. I think at my age now that's pretty much over for me, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm pretty happy doing what I'm doing and sort of still working at my game in the Super League, and if something did come up, do you know what I mean, I wouldn't be like, I'd turn it down, but yeah, the chances of it happening are probably not very high.
Now look, over the last few months we've seen some of you guys in action through the games that we've actually videotaped and filmed, and we've got some photographs that we want to show, well mainly of the two of you, and if we can roll some of those. You get yourselves into such positions that, I mean, you are leaving yourself to all elements. When you face up to a situation like that, I mean, look, last man, how do you know when you're going in too hard? I mean, because, you know, with you guys, if you get a red card, that is disastrous in a game.
Yeah, the only red card I've copped is for handball, actually, which I got for coming a fair way out of the box and against Metro Stars. Right. But you just got to go flat out for the ball. You can't sort of look at players, look at boots coming up or anything like that. You just go flat out of the ball. If you get it, you get it. You've got to get it really, otherwise it's a goal and you're off. If not, so...
Yeah, I don't think you can actually go too hard at all. But yeah, you always try and play the ball. You always aim to get the ball, and sometimes you miss the ball, unfortunately. But yeah, it's always about playing for the ball. Can I ask,
have any of you scored a goal?
Two.
What, through penalties?
Against Whyalla, I took a free kick and scored that, and then Mike Bunnett put me up front, and I then missed a penalty. So, two will do.
Missed his hat-trick. When I was at Elizabeth City, we were losing, I think it was the last game of the season, and I went up to take one, and Robin Welsh saved it for me against Galaxy, so thanks, Robin.
And what about yourself, Leanne?
Yeah, I've played on the field in the local league. For a few years I was a little bit disgruntled with goalkeeping, and so I decided to have a go on the field, and I played with Sturt Marion in the Premier League. So it was great. So
at the moment you're sharing the goalkeeping position at Fulham with Leanne Gubbins, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. We both work shift work, so it works out well for us. If she's not available, then I fill in. Mm-hmm. So it's great.
Now, did we show the photographs of Ben as well? Fantastic. Okay. Well, we've got a few photographs here. Peter, if you're ready to do this, he obviously is not, so we'll leave that for a moment. We've got a couple of photographs here of Leanne as well. If we can show those here. Whoops. Now, that one there, that was when you were with the Matildas, obviously.
Yeah, that was at the Olympic tournament. So Sydney Football Stadium. Yeah.
And how did you enjoy that? Being in the Olympics?
It was terrible being in the Olympics. No, it was fantastic. It was something that I'd always aspired to achieve. I think I was 4 when I decided that I wanted to go to the Olympics, and at that time I didn't know what sport. But
and here's a great photograph of you, and you said that one's from the AIS.
Yeah, it is. It was at a training session. There was a photographer out there and captured a fairly good shot.
Fantastic. Now, what I do want to talk about, and something that goalkeeping can actually be a very, very expensive pastime because of all the equipment that you've got. Now, we've got various equipment here, and gloves. There's just so many different types of gloves. I won't do the comparison that I said before. That they're like other things, but I mean, you get ones that prevent heat and moisture. You've got ones that are you've got close contact with the ball. You've got ones that are very heavily padded. You've got ones with fingers on the spine on the fingers, so it prevents your fingers from getting injured. How do you know which glove is right for you? Is it basically like a football boot that you just know the feeling's right?
I purely go on what looks good now, like what colour suits me at the time.
Goes with the outfit,
yeah. So whatever colour I'm going for.
No, that is not right. Come on, don't pull my leg. You know, really.
Gloves have a sizing the same as shoes. So you measure your hand and you select the size of glove based on that.
And have you all got big hands? Can I glove? Can you show me your hands?
Not really.
Not really.
Not really.
So I guess what I go for is a strong wrist support and something that feels comfortable, like a nice thick latex to sort of cushion the ball when it comes in. Pretty much, it does need to look good to some degree as well. nice cut shape and things like that. So the more expensive the glove, the better the mould it is to your hands, etc. So yeah, you do pay for what you get.